We are visiting one of our favorite Barolo wineries, Erbaluna, which we first visited in 2010. Erbaluna was one of the first wineries in the Barolo area to produce biological or organic wines. As you come up the hill towards La Morra, you can see the Grand Cru vineyard Rocchi dell'Annunziata, which Erbaluna owns part of. Below the winery, more vineyards reach down the hill, and at the entrance of the winery is a small shrine dedicated to the Virgin. Down from the shrine, you can see Alba in the distance and the vineyards of Serralonga on the other side of the Barolo Valley. The lobby entrance of the winery has the usual stacks of bottles and fermenting tanks of a working winery. Winemaker Andrea's son practices his tractor moves in the fermentation room. Here is the barrel room where Erbaluna ages using mainly 2,000 and 3,000 liter oak barrels made in Italy of Slavonian oak. The 2017 will be a superb vintage, trust me. Julia points out some of the details to Rina and two French guests who claim to be immune from coronavirus. In the back of the cellar is a crotin, a small area where historical older bottles are kept, most sadly beyond drinking, but there are a few gems such as this 2010 Rocchi dell'Annunziata and these double magnums of 2012. Now we head for the tasting room. Okay, so here we are at Erbaluna in Annunziata fraction of La Morra, and we have the gorgeous Julia, who's going to be doing her pouring and tasting, and we have Stefano and Francois from Gap in France who have come to join us for tasting. So here we are.
The first wine is the Erbaluna Rosso. Erbaluna Rosso is a mix of Dolcetto and Barbera 50 and 50, and this is a wine without sulfate added. This wine is very simple, is for drinking 2-3 years, is very fresh, and maybe for this season is the best because it's very light, it's a table wine.
So this was a mixture of,
Dolcetto and Barbera.
Okay.
Yeah.
And young, right?
Voilà. Je mis 3 verres et non bene. Erbaluna Rosso.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ah, okay. And you can spit out if you want.
This is okay. This is for taste.
No, we can do, but
okay.
we are allowed to drink it.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to drink it. We have to test your temperature first here.
We have a room here, we can sleep after.
Yes.
So,
I only take a small taste because I'm driving.
No problem. It's good.
Okay, this was the. Sorry, what was this called again, Julia?
Erbaluna Rosso.
Erbaluna Rosso.
Yes.
Well, I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like the acidity
It's
of
nice.
Barbera, and the end is a little bit bitter for Dolcetto.
But it softens, the
But
Dolcetto
it's softer.
softens off. I mean, for me,
Yeah.
I like Barbera.
Yeah,
I'm
a lot. Me
Barbera
too.
person. Rina doesn't like Barbera. She only drinks Nebbiolo.
Okay.
I don't like Dolcetto. But this brings this
I
good
like
softness
good Barbera.
into
Yeah, the superiore with
Not,
tannin.
the. She likes.
Yeah,
She
the,
likes.
with oak.
She likes age in 2000 body, 10 years old. Barbera.
yeah, okay.
Not acidic.
Yeah, not acid. Yeah.
But that's the way that Barbera should be. Actual fact.
Acid.
There was a big craze for people drinking Barbera, in my opinion, before it was properly mature. You know, it didn't ripen properly. They had picked it.
Okay.
But you always have a very good Barbera here.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember rightly.
I think
Well,
so.
yeah, I know. We had very, very, very good Barbera here, but was 10 years old. It was excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Now, I hate to do this. Shall I pour in your glass, Rina?
No,
I hate to do
I
this,
have
Julie,
more.
but I drive it.
I-
If you want, I put only 1 glass.
No,
No? A little bit,
No,
yeah.
no, just give me a teeny little bit here, because I don't want to pour it away. It's
Okay.
sacrilege. The angel's
If
gift.
it's white, it has to be the best.
Aha, yeah.
Regalo di angeli. How would you say that in French? The angel's gift?
La part des anges.
The partisans.
La part des anges.
Oh, the partisans. Partisans, okay.
Ange.
Ange, yes, angelo in the regalo di angeli,
Angelo.
angelo, but non solo uno,
Non solo angeli.
angeli, so il regalo di angeli.
Okay, the second wine is Dolcetto d'Alba. Dolcetto d'Alba is a very simple, very traditional wine in this region. It's also wine that is possible to drink every day, but have a good structure, is very fruity, with a little amount of tannin. The origin of this tannin is the skins of the grape, because it's a wine that stays only in still.
But this is fermented in a bottle or?
In still.
Okay, so the bottle gives the
Yeah,
tannin. Right?
yeah, it's the skins of the grape that give the tannin.
Oh, but not from the bottle.
Parce que ça vient de la clause du vin qui est restée dans la cuve en inox.
Oui, c'est ça. Bon, je mets un peu plus. Voilà.
Actually, no, I must tell you,
No,
I usually don't like Dolcetto, but this is
Les deux sont bons.
Well, because we have a friend who makes
Celui-là, il est
Dolcetto.
plus doux, plus
It's
sucré.
not very.
No, okay.
He is a-
The
And I
Dolcetto.
think that's what killed us.
Ah,
That's what
okay.
happened.
Okay.
But if it's done properly,
This is
no, because of course Dolcetto has when you say tannin, of course, because
Yeah,
Dolcetto,
a little
that's
bit.
why I couldn't understand when you said Barbera. But of course, if I remember right, Dolcetto, the seeds, right, the stem,
Yes,
that's what
yes,
gives it,
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
gives it.
I think this Dolcetto has this tannin because it's produced in this area where the soil is very strong, so better, good for Barolo, for Nebbiolo, and also the Dolcetto is not very simple.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's true actually. It's just a wine that became not so fashionable.
Yeah. And very sensible. Next wine is Barbera d'Alba. We have two different Barbera d'Alba, Barbera d'Alba la Bettola and Barbera d'Alba la Rosina, because we have two vineyards of Barbera. La Bettola is the vineyard near to the winery in Exposition East, and the Barbera Rosina is in the middle of the hill in Exposition Southeast. So same type of grape, two different quality. Barbera la Bettola is a Barbera that stay only in still, more easy for drink, very fresh, and with a little bit of vegetable, with a very good acidity. The Barbera Rosina stay 1 year in oak, in big barrels, so it's possible drink in 7-8 years. Is more strong because have a very good exposure, so a good structure, very balanced with the alcohol. I'm started with the Barbera la Bettola.
everything available. Like
Yes,
Different.
the Barbera Bettola is more, I don't know, è più bassa,
Yeah. Okay. So below on the hill. Right?
below,
Mhm.
and the Barbera Rosina is in the middle of the hill, so more high. Barbera la Rosina, the vineyard is down to the vineyard of Barolo, Nebbiolo for Barolo in Rocche dell'Annunziata.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very good exposure.
Okay, so the Barbera Rosina
Yeah.
is in the same sort of location as you would have your Nebbiolos for the Barolos, right? Whereas the other one is in a little less, not quite so good, so it wouldn't be classified for
Yes.
a Barolo, right?
The choose was or put a Nebbiolo so or put a very good Barbera, and Erbaluna choose to put
Je le mettrais entre le premier qu'on a
the
vu et
Barbera.
le deuxième.
Actually, I like it. It's because it doesn't have any oak. It's got the classic clean Barbera.
Yeah,
How long? What year is this? What?
2018.
So 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's young.
When was it bottled? When was it?
I don't remember if this year or last year in the end, but not a lot. Not more than 6 months, I think, in the bottle.
Okay. I like it actually. I mean, it's got clean. It's got clean
Yes,
Barbera.
very clean, very traditional. I think it's classic Barbera.
Yeah, it's classic Barbera. Rina probably doesn't like it.
Oh,
No, I
drink everything.
Yeah, okay.
I drink all wine.
Okay.
I'm not fussy.
Including my white wine. When I drink Arnaise for lunch, Rina takes some here. And she says, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this." I said, "Well, don't drink it."
Anything available, I drink.
Next is Barbera d'Alba Superiore La Rosina, so the best exposure of Barbera d'Alba. I say before, this vineyard is down to the vineyard of Nebbiolo in the area Rocche dell'Annunziata, so a very good exposure for Barbera d'Alba. This Barbera stay 1 year in wood.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Julia.
Without me, it's okay.
I haven't had my haircut, Kelly.
I
don't have my
haircut
makeup
for
on.
6 3. Well, how can you go for haircut now?
This is 2017.
Okay.
2017.
So 1 year older because it's
Yes.
how long in the bottle?
1 year.
Oh, 1 year. Okay.
Oh, this is a lot better.
Better.
Yes,
Yeah.
than the other one.
You've got Rina's attention.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a picture of the bottle, Rina, the label,
Yes.
the etiquette?
Yeah.
It's the fruity, darling, the fruit of the Barbera by itself. If it's a good Barbera, it's delicious.
It's delicious. This Barbera is delicious, I think.
I drink.
But of course, with
I drink
a little
substantial
oak.
wine every day.
You know what would be interesting, Julia, would be to, if you had a small quantity of the Rosina without the Botte. It would be most interesting to side by side.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit. I mean, not a lot, obviously, but maybe. I mean,
Try.
Yeah. If you ask Andrea, maybe he can make a small quantity.
An experiment.
Yeah, an experiment. You know, why not? You know. No, I'd be very curious because you see, with this one, I mean, obviously I like it, right? It does have. Was this a relatively new barrel? This was a new barrel. Yeah, okay. I can taste it because it's got.
Two big casks.
It's a little bit strong for me for the oak.
Okay.
I mean, I like the oak, but a little bit. But this, I mean, of course, that's why I
You
say.
remember that 2017 was a vintage very hot and dry.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Very
this Barbera
small
has
quantity.
15.5% in alcohol.
That was still
Yeah,
small,
that was
small quantity. Small
very
quantity
high
that year. That's right.
Sugar.
That's
That
right.
was the time that there was no truffle.
No, exactly.
That's right. That's right. Dry, hot,
15.
small quantity.
Oh,
Every time we
Yeah,
have a Barbera,
but it
which she likes, then it's the best.
So, Monica, this year, some month ago, opened a bottle of Barbera Rosina 2004.
oh,
Oh, 2004 was a very good year.
Yes,
That was very good year.
because it's the year where Andrea and Monica married. So they have this bottle, I don't know why. And she opened the bottle for taste everybody to get for everything, and was a little bit too old, but
still.
still good, very good.
For our,
I
for our,
find it's really, you can have, I look at the bottle for years and years,
Yes.
I wait.
Yeah.
for our vlog last week, we had a bottle of 2004 Barolo from
And it was
Begonia.
Excellent.
But it was
2004 Barolo.
But you couldn't wait anymore. It was at the point where it was starting to go down.
Go down. Yeah.
We don't drink Barolo.
The Barbera Rosina is possible conserved in French.
Yeah. Change this
Change the
Conservazione.
brain. Yeah. Next wine is Langhe Nebbiolo. Langhe Nebbiolo is 2018.
Grown in Bavoni.
The difference between the Langhe Nebbiolo and Barolo is the exposure. So the best exposure of Nebbiolo for Barolo is the south, southeast, the top of the hill. The other vineyard are Nebbiolo only for Nebbiolo.
So this comes from the same area as the first
The-
Barbera, right?
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
yes.
How did I guess?
And this Langhe Nebbiolo, usually we put the Langhe Nebbiolo almost 6 months in wood, and this is the last that stay only 6 months in wood. For Langhe Nebbiolo, it's not obligatory put this wine in oak, so
Yeah.
it's a choice of the
The
farm
winemaker,
of the
yeah.
winemaker. In this case, it's 6 months in wood.
What would the difference be? Why would you put? I mean, okay, Barolo Barbaresco, you put oak for 2
Yes,
years, right?
yes.
But then
18
Nebbiolo
months.
would be give it a little bit more, not tannin, because Nebbiolo has tannin already.
Yeah,
right?
natural tannin, yeah, in the
So,
skins. In
but
the
it gives a little bit of maybe a little oak taste. Oh, well, so we'll see. Okay, so Langhe Nebbiolo, which year? Kelly?
2018.
Look at the color, now it's
2018.
getting brighter.
Yeah,
No,
it's
this is
very
Nebbiolo.
clear.
Well, this is Nebbiolo.
Yeah. Nebbiolo is supposed to be bright.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, when it gets old,
No.
it becomes like Matoni.
Mattoni.
Yeah, bright.
But
Not brown.
But it's not
orange.
like Barbera is purple. It's like
Yes.
deep purple.
A lot of color Barbera.
Lovely. Oh, I love
Rena loves Nebbiolo, which is so I'm safe. I drink Barbera, she drinks Nebbiolo.
Okay.
So, but she never takes my Barbera. No. She takes my Arnais, but no.
Yes, Arnesius.
It's very nice actually. It's got a nice perfume. It's got the nose.
Yeah.
And then very nice perfume. Maybe it's the oak gives it a little bit of extra perfume.
Maybe, yeah. Erbaluna has 3 different Barolo.
Three?
The Barolo Base, the Barolo Rocche dell'Annunziata and Barolo Castagni, because we have 3 different vineyards of Barolo. The Barolo, the vineyard is near to the house, in Annunziata area, in these places. Barolo Rocche dell'Annunziata is in direction La Morra, the southeast of the hill. It's a very good exposure. Barolo Castagni, the vineyard is middle from La Morra to Verduno, in another exposure more high compare the Annunziata.
This is new. This is
Yes, it's new.
New. This is new.
All 3 Barolo 2015, bottled last year in the end of August. The Barolo Base stay 18 months in wood. Barolo Rocche and Barolo Castagni 2 years and 6 months in wood.
This Stefano, this Barolo, this Annunziata is like a premier Appellation. It's like here in Barolo we have several of them which are regarded as the primo, like the same as your Burgundy or your Bordeaux.
Je commence avec le Barolo. 2015.
This is the normal Barolo.
Normal Barolo. It's very simple for us. Is the more ready for drink.
I call this Grand Cru,
Grand Cru.
Premier Cru,
Yes.
and just Cru.
Yes. Perfect.
I think
So, Barolo, plain old Barolo. Barolo Rocche della Annunziata 2015, yes, 2015. 2.5 years in 3,000 litre barrels and just delicious.
The area Rocche dell'Annunziata made a natural amphitheater. So the microclimate and the soil, the terroir is perfect for the production of this barrel. For us, is The best is very elegant and very important, so for big occasion.
It is.
Another 3 or 4 years.
Yes, of course, because the first Barolo is more ready for drink. These are for put away wait.
But it's like still in my mouth after it's been ready.
Yes, very long.
Yeah.
It's very long,
Yeah.
persistent taste.
Yeah, the palate. It's still in the palate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
What-
palate. I just drink good wine, not
What you should have, Julia, in my opinion, you know those three-dimensional maps, those Carter,
Tridimensionali.
what they call it, I can't remember the name of it, but where they show all the different vineyards in Barolo.
Yes.
It's like a capella.
Ah, it's like yeah, white and the red color. Yeah.
Yeah. So where are we? Where's vineyard?
We are here now. Barolo Castagni is a new vineyard planted in 2009. So the plants are young, and only from the 2014 Andrea chose to put this vineyard alone. So this is Barolo Castagni in 2015, 2 years and 6 months in wood.
It's very. That's very typical Barolo. It stays in your mouth forever.
In this vineyard Castagni, the soil is clay, calcareum, but there is also chalk. Chalk. Is la craie. La craie qu'il y a dans le champagne area, qui donne minéralité au vin. Chalk that give minerality to the wine.
Do you have another glass? Because I
Yes.
want to.
You compare?
I'm not going to squiggle this one down.
Okay.
I did.
Encore vert.
I did.
C'est pas la moderne, c'est encore.
So
I
this
have no class.
Or you have Castagni and Rocca?
this is a rocket.
Yes.
This is a rocket. So basta.
I have no class when it comes to wine.
So
I just
something,
drink
so
and-
something new, actually, a new vino. Just make sure it's recording.
Ouvert maintenant, diminue avant. Et le
So,
Barolo Rocca,
allora,
Barolo
I take
Castagni,
back what I said about Barolo
je
Castagni
pense
being a premier
qu'ils
cru.
sont
It is
ouverts
definitely a
d'à 2
grand
jours,
cru.
de dimanche,
For such young
peut-être.
vines, this
Oui,
is a
donc
most
c'est
excellent
parfait
Barolo,
maintenant parce
and the
que
chalk
sont
in the soil
ouverts.
is definitely noticeable. I look forward to drinking this Barolo over the years as the vines mature. And so ends our visit to Erbaluna Winery, which is 20 minutes drive from Valletta San Paquita. We would love to share the taste of the wines with you as well as our comments. For that, you will need to come to Piemonte when you are able to travel again. European visitors are most welcome this year, and we look forward to our American friends next year. Please stay safe and healthy, everyone.